And this weather right here is really bad for our environment because not only does it destroy our crops, but you can't have extremely hot weather and then extremely cold and moist weather. You can't have them collide because it can create a cyclops. Now, if you are a melanated copper-based being, this is really, really bad for you because melanated people are really supposed to be in tropical weather anyway, right? And the fact that they are underneath this density, and then one moment they are in heat, and then the next moment they are in moisture and cold. This is really bad on their bodies. And the fact that this is happening in August, August is supposed to be the hottest month of the year. But we are coming into the first week of August, and already when I went outside, it's literally chilly outside. And that's really bad because it affects our bodies and it also affects our frequency because it can make us sick. And this would be the perfect time for them to come up with new viruses, to come up with new diseases and say that something just came out or we got a new virus just came out when technically there really isn't a virus. It's just that your body is reacting to the different changes of the weather. And the fact that we are not aware of that, when we get sick and our nose gets stuffy and we get stuffy heads and we are aching, they tell us on the news, oh, we got a new virus coming out. When really, it's really no virus. You basically have the flu and your body is reacting to the weather that is going on outside. And then on top of that, you got them spreading chemtrails underneath for all this density, and all of that chemical is going down like a fog in the atmosphere. And this is also bad for our crops because our crops that's supposed to really be growing at this point is not going to be growing. And when they do grow, they won't be at their best because they are in moisture and then they're in heat, and it messes up the crops also. So this winter, the second week of September, and this is really bad for children that's going to be going to school, because a lot of kids that's going to be going to school, they might be going into the school sick, and they are already trying to enforce these vaccinations in these schools. Now, I never really understood why is it that our children got to be vaccinated in order to go inside the schools, when as soon as they come out of the school, they still around other children and they are around other adults. So why should your child be vaccinated in order to sit in a school with other children when they're around other children every single day? And they are going to, it's really bad. This is why I said that we have to be aware of where we are. We got to understand that these people that is controlling this weather, they know exactly what they're doing. And the fact that they know what they're doing, they are using the air. They are using not only the air, but the weather to control our frequency. Because if you are sick, it lowers your frequency. And right now, we are coming into a season where a lot of us is going to get sick, especially if your immune system is not that strong. And a lot of people that took the jab back in 2020 and 2021, their immune system is not going to be as strong as it was before, because that is what the vaccination was for, to weaken your immune system. So it's really bad on our crops. So when we get a shortage on potatoes and corn and all these fruits and vegetables that we supposed to have, it's because they messed up our crops with the weather. And your bodies is going to react. You're going to wake up one day, you're going to have a stuffy nose. And I found out in New York, they already got a new virus. I mean, what happened to the flu? I mean, what happened to the basic flu that you get? They got all these new diseases and viruses out now. Do anybody get the regular flu anymore? Like, They got the new shit out now. Like, what the fuck is this shit? So we are immune to anything because a lot of people that took the jab, their immune system is already weak. And it's unfortunate. But a lot of people, because they did tell us back in 2021 that a lot of people that took this jab within the first 5 years of taking it, your body is going to get weak. Your immune system is going to get weak. And a lot of people that I know that took the jab back in 2020 and 2021, they already have diabetes. Their bodies is extremely weak. They have different diseases and viruses that they never thought that they would have. And I feel like that what they are doing now, they are controlling the weather because they are trying to come up with a new virus, a new way and how to get these vaccines into people. Because if they just lie to us and say, look, we got a new virus that's coming out. It's called such and such and such. And then all of a sudden you get sick. You're going to think that you had that virus. And when you go to the hospital, the doctors is going to lie to you and say, yes, unfortunately, you have the virus. When technically your body is only reacting to the weather. But the doctors is going to lie to you. Y'all got to remember, it was a lot of people back in 2020 and 2021 that said that they went to the hospital and was told that they had COVID when they had no symptoms of COVID. Because remember, when they had COVID, their taste was going away. They couldn't smell, they couldn't taste. But other than that, they had no symptoms. You had some people that went into the hospital that had no symptoms of COVID. But when they went to the hospital, they said they had it. So you're going to have a lot of people that's going to have symptoms of just a basic flu because of the mixture of the weather. And then if they come out with a new disease or viruses, the doctors is going to say, well, you do have this virus. And it is easier for them to put something in you because you voluntarily let them do that because they lied to you. So this is now the time to really be in tune with yourself, to really know your body. Like right now, we is not supposed to be in this type of weather. We is not supposed to be underneath this type of moisture. And if you are a melanated being, this is really dangerous weather for us because you cannot have melanated people that are already under heat that we already absorb. And then the next moment we under moisture and we under cold. That can mess with a melanated person's body. So I'm trying to tell you, we are being deceived and we are being lied to at 1,000,000%. So this weather right here is very unhealthy. There's no way that yesterday was 90 degrees, and it jumped all the way down to 68. And then the day is 79 degrees and it jumped down to 67. Then Saturday is going to be 84 and drop that is dangerous. Then Sunday is from 85. You know how cool that is? Then 88 to... This is the beginning of August. This is when you really supposed to be outside with basically your ass out. Ass out. This is now the sundress season. You know what I'm saying? This is not it. And they are tampering with the weather. And they are basically messing with the weather on purpose. Not only to mess up our bodies, but to mess up our crops. And this is how they can easily raise the prices on food. Because if the weather is bad, food is not being grown correctly. And they can easily boost up the price. Like I said, they are doing the shit in front of our faces. We have to have our eyes open to see what is going on. And this can also mean that a major disaster can come. You cannot have extreme heat and extreme moisture and cool air collide together. It can create a cyclops. It can create a boom. You cannot have this. This is dangerous. Dangerous. It's very dangerous, people.